My favourite place in New Zealand would be the top of the South Island, round Pahara and Golden Bay, and the west coast, the top part of the west coast.
My favourite place in New Zealand is Punakaiki.
We've had some great summer holidays there, lots of great memories, and my dad lives over on the west coast, so I've spent a bit of time there over the years as well.
Because I grew up on the coast, and it's just a special, raw place in the world where it's got lots of lovely memories of walking around and exploring a part of the world that isn't too much like this, being a city and full of people.
I'd have to say possibly Nelson.
Favourite place, it has to be Christchurch.
It's just a really lovely kind of walkable town. It's quite nice and small. I love Christchurch as well, obviously. We just moved here a couple months ago. But yeah, just on points, probably Nelson just slightly edges it out. So, yeah.
Christchurch has got a really, cool, really relaxed vibe about it, and the weather is really nice and cool as well. And so far the people have been really friendly.
Queenstown.
Wellington was good.
My favourite place, probably the Mount Vic in Wellington.
Just the general ambience. It just seemed like, I was going to say airy, but it was actually a very windy day, so it would have been airy.
Yes. Why? I've been there several times with my wife, and it's every time a wonderful atmosphere to sit there watching the area around our city of Wellington. And a few years ago, my wife and me decided to marry while we were sitting around on that space. It was quite a beautiful moment in my life. So this is a very special place for me.
Northland, probably.
Well, we've lived in Northland the longest. It's got the best climate and the best beaches and the best sailing.
Well, I would have said Mount Cook. I came here 35 years ago and Mount Cook was absolutely amazing. And when I came back in 2009 and went there, I was a bit disappointed at the lack of glacier and how far away it was. I still did take a helicopter ride to the top and walk in the snow, etc. But I was shocked at the change in the glacier not being there anymore.
I'm looking forward to the glaciers.
My favourite place in New Zealand would be the West Coast.
We've booked a helicopter flight, we can land on them, walk around and say wow.
And try not to get too cold.
I'd probably say Central Otago. I'm from Southland, so I like going to Central Otago. Warmer weather, lots of water, and just chilled, relaxed. Paparoa Ranges.
It's a town called Snells Beach. You get to an hour north of Auckland, head to the coast. It's in the northeast Rodney. I lived there for about 20 years and I just recently moved out of there. I miss it. It's amazing. It's lovely.
Just the nakedness of a natural sort of environment rather than a sort of a built-up environment like the cities. Yeah.
Just the access to the beaches, the marine life. It's part of living by the coast. It's not too developed, so it's just a really great community. We raised our kids there. They've now left home, so we went and did something different.
Actually, I was thinking yesterday when we were driving through the Arthur's Pass and, the day before, was it? How beautiful South Island is. Where we were, the Kahurangi National Park, is pretty amazing. I think any of the national parks would be the most favourite place. Tongariro National Park's incredible, we know that one quite well. Just places where you can have an epic adventure and not see anyone for 5 days, that kind of place.
Yeah, I'd agree.